get to your July love reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. And this is for committed relationships. Could be new relationships. Could be releasing old relationships for new relationships. Okay. However it is, let's see what's going on with you. And remember, if this doesn't resonate with you, because you're already one or the other, go ahead and watch your rising moon or Venus. Okay. And remember, take what resonates, what doesn't resonate, go ahead and throw away. Do not try to make something fit that does not fit, unless you think it is plausible that it could fit in the future, because sometimes that does happen, and I noticed that. Okay. So, Virgo, here we go. You ready? We're not going to give this relationship a chance. 100. And yes, I do upside down readings. Everybody who's been here knows that. I do reversals because it means a lot. Because if I did that, then it would say, give this relationship a chance, and you're saying, I don't want to do that anymore. So it would make no sense if I said, give your relationship a chance, when you say, I'm done, I don't want that. You're saying, I am calling in a soulmate. Oh, shit. You're saying, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I don't want to be here. I don't care if you're in a committed relationship. I don't care if you're single. I don't care where you are. Right? Well, you're obviously not 100% single, but you know what I'm saying. You're in some kind of relationship. I don't care if you're married. Let's put it that way. Because we don't always play by the rules of everybody don't always play by the rules. Okay? So leave it. I always say leave it alone. Okay? I'm calling it a soulmate, one that's worth waiting for. I'm not giving this relationship a chance anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. I'm just going with what I hear. I'm calling in a soulmate. Maybe I've been calling in a soulmate for a long time. Okay? Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Maybe you've been dreaming about this person. Maybe you've seen this person. Maybe you don't know who this person is, but your soul is calling in a soulmate because it knows you're done. Whether you are doing it or your soul is doing it. However, look, if you're not aware that you're calling in a soulmate, then your soul is doing it for you because it's done. Okay? Plain and simple. It's either you know it or you don't. If you don't, and you keep seeing this person in your dreams or something weird's going on, that's because your soul is doing it for you. Because it wants you to have love. Divine timing is at work in your love life right now. This is worth waiting for. Okay? Because what? You're done healing family issues. I'm done. Done. Like I said, I don't care if you're, whatever your situation is, your own situation. I'm not here to judge or say nothing. I just read cards. And I know the way people are, right? By saying only singles or those who are single. Hey, no, that don't work. Okay, listen. Here we go. Let's get into some dreams and see what maybe your dreams are, or some of the dreams you may have even had these dreams, right? Dreams of falling. So if you're telling yourself, I have had this dream of falling, it's just interpreting that this is 36 no matter what, guys. Even if you haven't dreamt this, it's okay. It's still giving out the message. The message from Spirit is, it's feeling like you have been defeated. This relationship has defeated me. This is why I'm calling in a soulmate. Maybe they have become your enemy instead of your love. This is nothing but an obstacle, right? Nothing but an obstacle. Something we can't win in this situation. For some of you, you're flying. Oh, I love flying dreams. I hate falling dreams. I hate them. And some of you, have you guys ever actually fell out of bed? Because I have. I hate those. And I thought that was all it was about, was just me, because I fell out of bed when I was younger. That's why I thought I had a dream I was flying. But anyways, flying is amazing. I love flying dreams. Because flying is giving you that obstacle to say that I can do this. I am Wonder Woman. Flying. What is flying? And I know a lot of you have had either one or the other. Maybe not lately, but we've all had those dreams. This is the fantasy. This is the dreaming. This is the physical, the spiritual stature. This is the sky. This is the sky's the limit. And I'm telling you right now that if you are dreaming about flying, it's because your soul is flying, and it's about this wanting of this adventure, wanting of this dream of this is where I want to be. I have high hopes. Maybe you're having both dreams. One night I'm falling, I can't get out. The next day it's like I want out. I'm flying. Like I said, it could even be bigger than that, because it could literally be that soul connection coming through the mountain. I'm running towards this mountain. I need to get to this mountain. That's, you know, oh my God. These are beautiful ones because I love them all. Why? Because this is telling you that you're elevating. You're getting past the obstacle. You're wanting to climb that mountain. You're wanting to find where you need to be that's stable, that's firm for yourself, right? You're elevating yourself. You're saying, I'm done. I want to be free. So I have an obstacle. I want to free myself from this obstacle. And I'm going to climb this mountain to find my freedom. You will find your freedom, my friends. And you know, running up that mountain is always an obstacle. There's always obstacles. It's the challenge of becoming free. It's that challenge that we have to face. It's like the song I have in my head right now is I don't want to face the day, but yet you know, and you get out of bed and you know that it's time. Let's just clarify on this situation really fast. It's almost like time is ticking and you can feel it. As you're getting closer to the freedom, you're getting closer to the mountaintop. You've flown high. You're almost about ready. You know, I was just thinking, you know what, this obstacle's so high, I'm only at like center of the mountain and I'm just like done. I'm just gonna fly there. I'm just gonna, you know, pick up like Superman and just start, you know, flying. I remember when I used to have to fly, I used to have to flap my arms like a bird. I wish I could just like, you know, fly off the ground like Superman, but for some reason it always made me have to move my arms. I don't know. But it doesn't matter how you're flying. I just feel like for some of you, you're going to get straight to the center of this mountain and you're going to be like, you know what, I ain't walking no more. I'm tired of it. I'm going to fly. I'm just going to, I'm going to fly to the top because you know what, I'm done. Yes, because you're ready. You are so self-disciplined. You are ready for this. You even have a sort of kind of aggression going on within yourself to say the aggression is good though. This isn't a bad aggression. This is the aggression that you're putting, that's that willpower, that aggressive willpower that you're going to put out to yourself. It's almost like you're going to look at yourself and you're going to be like, who the hell are you? Whoa, remember who I really am? I know who I am. You're going to get aggressive with yourself to make yourself free to complete this. Wait for your new soulmate to come in. Because you want your 6 of Wands and you're saying, I'm not doing this anymore. Ooh. Right? Okay, let's see what your partner thinks about this. I don't know, guys. I'm thinking maybe we should do 2 since you're calling in a soulmate. I'm thinking maybe we should put in 2, put this one and another one up. Because I think that that's the way you guys would want this. I don't know why. But I'm really feeling it. Just do it. Right? Do it. Do it. Okay, so here we go, guys. We're going to do it this way. You're the first one. You're the first one out the gate. Okay, we're going to go straight to what is your partner thinking about this situation? You know? How do they feel? Clarify on Virgo's person. I'm not doing this anymore. How do they feel about the situation? They're saying they still have romantic feelings for you. And they're hoping that you're worth exploring. They hope that you're going to come back. They hope that they can fix this with you. What? Yeah, they still have attraction to you. They don't want to let go. But even though they don't want to make the effort, or they see, oh, thank you, Spirit. They see you don't want to make the effort. Thank you. I was going to say, that doesn't make any sense. They see you don't want to make the effort. But they're not going to go to any of the friends they're not going to talk about this. They're not talking about this with anyone. It's like they're keeping it inside. They're keeping it inside. Maybe you're keeping it hidden as well. Maybe no one knows. Maybe no one knows you guys are having, right? That you're having issues. Okay, because they're saying, I'm not going to let the friends help me. I'm not speaking. I just feel like I'm not speaking of this. Or they know, and maybe they know you're not speaking of it either. So maybe it's kind of a, no one knows. We just kind of do our thing. We don't speak of it. I don't want the outside people to know anything about it. Yeah, they see you moving on. Oh my gosh. And they're just breathing. They're just kind of like trying to keep themselves in this relaxed mode because for some reason they know that even though they can see clearly that you're moving on away from them, but they're trying their hardest to try to fix the situation. They want it fixed, but it's not working. However they're doing this, it's not working, you guys. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not making it work. Are they not coming to you properly? Are they telling you something and then making the same mistakes again? I'm not sure. Everybody's story is going to be different. You guys know exactly why. Maybe they're too controlling. There's some kind of restriction going on to the situation. It could be a control factor, a restriction factor. Okay. But they do feel like, maybe they feel like you're a little over controlling. I just feel like whatever it is, they're restricting themselves from allowing maybe their heart to come out of the box. That could be it too. Yeah, somebody needs to let go of control issues. Whether it's you or them, but somebody is trying to control this. Maybe they're too controlling. Maybe they know it. Maybe they think you're too controlling. However it is, but they're not going to allow the relationship to. They want it to be fixed, but it doesn't feel like there's anything to fix. It's almost like we fix it and then it gets destroyed again because of the double energy, because of the restrictions to the relationship, right? Karmic ties, something's going on. Okay, let's see what the new person is. So yeah, we kind of see where they're going. They want to fix it, but they see you don't want to, so maybe they restrict themselves, hold themselves back from coming towards you. Okay. So clarify on this new soulmate coming in. Let's go. I'm excited about that one. You're calling in a soulmate. There is some chemistry with that. Well, of course, it's a soulmate. There is a strong magnetic attraction. Okay. Clarify on this new person. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. They are nothing like this person over here. However it is. Okay. It could be where we came from, culture, status quo, just the way they love. They could be silly and this person's not. You see what I'm saying? So there's definitely some difference between them and them for sure. So, flirty. This person's a little lighthearted and a little flirty. Clarify on some of the things that is different from this person. They're trying to, I almost feel I wanted to say escape. Maybe you are. That's how it feels. Take it how it resonates. I'm escaping. However, new love. Oh. Okay, so some of the things that are different is the religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So this person is different from your other person by religious factors. It feels like you and this soulmate are more on the same religious traditions and things like that. You guys have the same spiritual path, okay? Where this person feels like maybe they don't see eye to eye with all the things that you see. You see what I'm saying? So there is definitely a different bit of a factor there. So like, let's say, for instance, you guys watch tarot, right? Because here you are. Maybe this person over here does not like tarot. Maybe because of their traditions and spiritual paths, they're not into that. So maybe you do that on your own time, away from them, because they don't get it, they don't like it, however, but this person's into it. Do you see what I'm saying? That is kind of the idea. Okay. This person wants to express their love to you. Yeah. Release your ex. Whoa. So go ahead and release your ex and the energy from the ex so that you can really bring in this partner. The other thing I was going to say to you guys before the release your ex was that the other card that came out against the other person is not just religious factors, but express your love. Why? Because I heard my spirits say that is another one. Why? Because the way they're expressing their love, I understand the romantic feelings that this person has for you. I get it. But the way that this person expresses love is different from the way they express love to you. Okay, so there's definitely the way that they see spiritual path and the way they express themselves with love is different. Okay, and remember, it's a soulmate coming in, so it's not something you're going to be like, whoa, I don't like any of that. No, if anything, your soul's calling it in or you're calling it in. It's something you love. Get it? You love it. Why? Because Spirit's not going to give you something you don't love. Okay? You already had your karmic lesson. It's right here. Right? You already had what you needed to learn. Now you're ready to go master in a different way. Right? Okay? Yeah, because this person is a person that you've had a past life relationship with. They're actually going to bring back someone, not just from the other side, but someone you've actually lived with before. There is a difference between calling in someone, soulmates that we know on the other side, right, and people we've actually had past life with. There's tons of souls that are on the other side that may not even lived yet, right? Called new souls. Come on, we all know what that means, right? This is an old soul. And someone you've probably dealt with quite a bit. And I think that's a big thing. Okay, so let's see what these cards over here say. So the way they express their love is going to be different from the way they did. They could be the type that, let's say that your person is not super affectionate, right? Say they're not the biggest cuddlers, or something like that, right? This person wants to cuddle all the time. You know what I mean? You're like, yes, something like that, right? Or maybe they cuddle too much and you're like, oh my God, that's too much. And they don't cuddle like that. You see what I'm saying? It's whatever it is, because I'm telling you, it's different. But it's something that you love because it is new love. And it's really grabbing your attention, the way this person is, the way they treat you. I'm telling you, this person treats you like a king or a queen, and maybe that's the problem over there. Maybe they did it one time and then they, Yeah, because lessons are being taught, right? This is for your highest good. See? Spirit said, unlock the potentials for the soulmate connection, right? Because this is definitely all about accept all it's worth. This is all about, I've learned the lessons from this relationship. It's time to move on to a new relationship. And you already know that, though. You already know that. Okay? Beautiful reading. And let's see what type of person could be coming to you. Could, doesn't have to. Or at least energy that they're taking on is, oh my God. Could be a water sign. It could be anybody. But they definitely want to offer you cups. You have the Wheel of Fortune. This is good luck, good karma coming through. It does look like you might be in the very beginning in a little bit of a challenge mode. Guys, do not challenge that too much because you do have the Ace of Cups. Okay, and this is just because you're feeling in the Nine of Wands because of the old relationship. You do have the Lover's card coming in with the past. Once again, there it is, that past relationship. This is going to feel like home. This is something that you know, but you will see it because it'll become very clear to you really fast when you guys keep texting each other, writing each other, going out on dates, whatever you're doing. Okay, wow, this is beautiful. So guys could be dealing with Sagittarius, Scorpio, got a lot of Sag over here, and a lot of Gemini. Okay, and we also have Leo. Okay, or could have those in their chart. Okay, so until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.